Have you ever heard the name Sragen? If you have, chances are you only know it as a quiet regency in central Java, a place travellers pass on their journey between larger cities such as Solo and Yogyakarta. Many people see it on a map, drive through its highways, and never stop to discover what lies beyond. But what if I told you that beneath its peaceful landscapes lies one of the greatest stories in human history? What if I told you that this humble corner of Indonesia holds evidence of our ancient ancestors who walked the earth more than 1.5 million years ago? What if I told you that this same land continues to preserve centuries of culture, breathtaking natural beauty, remarkable craftsmanship, and an agricultural heritage that feeds millions of people? Sragen is not just another destination. It is a living museum. It is a cultural treasure. It is a place where the story of humanity, nature, and civilization comes together in extraordinary ways. Today, let us take an unforgettable journey into one of Indonesia's most fascinating hidden gems. Because once you discover the real Sragen, you will never look at this region the same way again. Nestled within the heart of central Java, Sragen forms part of the greater Solo metropolitan area, yet it possesses an identity entirely its own. Rich in history, blessed with fertile landscapes, and deeply rooted in Javanese traditions, Sragen represents the perfect harmony between the ancient world and modern Indonesia. Unlike destinations famous for towering skyscrapers or crowded beaches, Sragen offers something much more meaningful. It offers perspective. Every road, every village, every rice field, and every cultural tradition reflects thousands of years of human development that continue to shape life today. Perhaps the most extraordinary fact about Sragen is something that has attracted archaeologists, historians, scientists, and researchers from every corner of the globe. Welcome to Sangiran. Few places on Earth can claim to have transformed our understanding of human evolution. Sangiran can. Located across parts of Sragen and neighbouring regions, the Sangiran Early Man Site is recognised as one of the most significant archaeological discoveries ever made. More than just an excavation site, Sangiran is considered one of the richest prehistoric fossil locations anywhere on the planet. Millions of years ago, this area was home to ancient ecosystems where early humans, giant prehistoric animals, and countless extinct species once lived. Over decades of careful excavation, researchers uncovered thousands of fossils that revealed an incredible chapter of Earth's history. Among these discoveries were the remains of Homo erectus, one of humanity's earliest ancestors, believed to have inhabited this region approximately 1.5 million years ago. These discoveries fundamentally changed scientific understanding of human migration and evolution across Asia. The importance of Sangiran is so profound that UNESCO officially designated it as a World Heritage Site in 1996. That recognition placed Sragen alongside some of the world's most treasured historical locations. Walking through the Sangiran Museum is unlike visiting an ordinary museum. Instead of simply observing ancient artifacts, visitors experience the story of humanity itself. Massive fossilized elephant bones, ancient stone tools, animal skeletons from prehistoric environments, detailed reconstructions of early human life, interactive exhibits explaining geological transformations spanning millions of years. Every gallery reminds visitors of a powerful truth. Modern civilization stands upon foundations built by countless generations before us. Standing inside Sangiran creates a humbling realization. Long before cities existed, long before nations were formed, long before written language emerged, human ancestors were already learning, adapting, surviving, and evolving right here. Few places anywhere in the world allow visitors to connect so directly with the origins of humanity. Yet Sragen is far more than an archaeological wonder. Its cultural heartbeat continues to thrive through one of Indonesia's most celebrated artistic traditions, Batik. When people think about Indonesian Batik, cities like Solo and Yogyakarta usually receive the spotlight. But Sragen quietly preserves its own remarkable identity within this centuries-old craft. Sragen Batik reflects the elegance of Javanese philosophy while expressing local creativity through distinctive motifs inspired by flowers, leaves, birds, rivers, and the surrounding natural environment. Each pattern tells a story. Each colour carries symbolic meaning. Each piece requires extraordinary patience, precision, and artistic dedication. Creating traditional batik by hand is not merely a profession, it is an inheritance passed from one generation to another. Many families have preserved these techniques for decades, ensuring that ancient artistic knowledge remains alive in an increasingly modern world. Today, Sragen Batik has expanded far beyond local markets. Its beauty reaches customers throughout Indonesia and internationally, proving that authentic craftsmanship continues to earn admiration across cultures. Every purchase supports local artisans who dedicate their lives to preserving one of humanity's greatest textile traditions. Nature also rewards visitors who seek peace and restoration. Among Sragen's most beloved natural attractions is Bayanan Hot Spring. Hidden within lush surroundings, this geothermal spring offers naturally warm, mineral-rich waters that have attracted visitors for generations. Many people believe the water provides therapeutic benefits for the skin while helping relieve stress and muscle fatigue. Whether supported by personal experience or local tradition, there is no denying the calming atmosphere surrounding the area. Imagine soaking in warm, natural water while surrounded by green landscapes, fresh air, and the gentle sounds of nature. In a world that rarely slows down, places like Bayanan remind us that healing often begins with simply reconnecting to the natural world. Beyond tourism, Sragen's greatest strength lies within its fertile land. For centuries, agriculture has served as the backbone of the local economy. Stretching across the Regency are vast rice fields nourished by favourable climate, abundant water resources, and generations of farming knowledge. Sragen has become one of Central Java's important producers of high-quality rice. Its harvest contributes significantly to regional food security while supporting thousands of farming families. But rice tells only part of the story. Farmers also cultivate corn, soybeans, vegetables, fruits, and various horticultural products that enrich local markets and strengthen economic resilience. Livestock farming and freshwater fisheries further diversify agricultural production, creating sustainable livelihoods across rural communities. Behind every grain of rice harvested in Sragen lies months of dedication, hard work, and deep respect for the land. It is a reminder that modern society often depends upon communities whose contributions rarely make international headlines. For travellers seeking adventure, Sragen offers experiences that blend natural beauty with spiritual heritage. One of its most famous destinations is Mount Kemukus. This hill has long attracted pilgrims who visit the sacred tomb associated with Prince Samudra, making it an important site of spiritual reflection for many visitors. Over the years, sensational stories have circulated about certain controversial practices linked to Mount Kemukus. However, those narratives often overshadow the location's genuine historical, cultural, and religious significance. Today, many visitors come simply to appreciate its peaceful environment, scenic landscapes, and historical importance within Javanese tradition. Nearby, Bukit Cinta offers panoramic viewpoints overlooking the surrounding countryside. rolling green hills, golden sunsets, cool mountain breezes, photogenic landscapes. It has become a favourite destination for families, couples, photographers, and outdoor enthusiasts seeking moments of tranquility away from crowded urban centres. Sometimes the greatest luxury is not found inside expensive resorts. Sometimes it is found standing quietly atop a hill while watching the sun disappear behind endless fields. Sragen's creativity extends far beyond batik. Across villages and local workshops, talented artisans continue producing remarkable handicrafts that celebrate Indonesia's rich cultural heritage. Bamboo weaving transforms simple natural materials into elegant baskets, furniture, decorative pieces, and household products. Wood carving showcases intricate craftsmanship shaped by generations of artistic mastery. Ceramics combine practical function with aesthetic beauty, reflecting both traditional techniques and modern innovation. These handcrafted products are appreciated not only throughout Indonesia, but also by buyers around the world. Every exported craft carries a piece of Sragen's identity into international homes. Every artisan preserves traditions that machines can never truly replace. Perhaps the greatest lesson Sragen teaches us is that greatness does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes greatness grows quietly. It grows inside museums that preserve humanity's earliest footsteps. It grows inside rice fields cultivated with patience. It grows inside workshops where artists create beauty by hand. It grows inside communities that honour their ancestors while embracing the future. Sragen reminds us that history is not frozen inside textbooks. History lives within landscapes. It breathes through culture. It survives through ordinary people who continue extraordinary traditions every single day. In an era where viral destinations often rise and disappear overnight, Sragen offers something timeless: authenticity, depth, meaning. This is not simply a destination you visit, it is a destination you experience. A place where science meets culture, where nature embraces history, where ancient civilizations inspire future generations. So the next time someone mentions Central Java, remember that beyond the famous cities lies a remarkable regency waiting to surprise the world. A land where humanity's earliest ancestors once walked. A place where centuries of artistic excellence continue to flourish. A community sustained by fertile earth, enduring traditions, and extraordinary resilience. Sragen is more than a point on the map. It is one of Indonesia's greatest untold stories, and perhaps the greatest journeys are not always toward places everyone already knows. Sometimes the most unforgettable discoveries begin where curiosity leads us beyond the ordinary. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who believes that history deserves to be remembered, culture deserves to be celebrated, and hidden destinations deserve to be discovered. Because the world deserves to know that in the heart of Central Java stands a remarkable place called Sragen, where the past, the present, and the future meet in one extraordinary destination. The deeper you explore Sragen, the more you begin to understand that this remarkable regency is not defined by a single attraction. It is defined by layers, layers of history, layers of tradition, layers of resilience, and layers of stories that have quietly shaped Indonesia for generations. One of the most beautiful aspects of Sragen is its people. Behind every successful farming season, every handcrafted piece of batik, every bamboo basket, and every archaeological discovery are communities that have preserved their values while adapting to the changing world. Hospitality is woven into daily life. Visitors are welcomed not as strangers, but as guests. Local markets come alive every morning with conversations, laughter, and the aroma of traditional Javanese cuisine. Families continue gathering to prepare recipes that have been passed down for generations. Children still grow up surrounded by cultural traditions that teach respect, cooperation, and gratitude. These simple moments may never dominate headlines, yet they reveal the true character of Sragen. Because a destination is never defined only by its monuments, it is defined by the people who give those places meaning. As you travel through Sragen, endless green rice fields stretch toward the horizon like waves across the countryside. These landscapes are more than beautiful scenery, they are symbols of perseverance. For centuries, local farmers have worked with nature rather than against it. They understand the rhythm of the seasons. They know when to plant. They know when to harvest. They know that every successful crop depends on patience, discipline, and respect for the environment. Their work reminds us of something many people have forgotten in today's fast-paced world. The greatest achievements often require time. Nothing truly valuable grows overnight. This philosophy can be seen everywhere across Sragen, whether in agriculture, education, craftsmanship, or cultural preservation. Progress has always been built through consistency rather than shortcuts. That quiet determination has helped Sragen continue growing while maintaining its identity. Education has also become an increasingly important part of Sragen's development. Schools, vocational institutions, and community learning centres continue preparing younger generations with the knowledge and skills needed for an increasingly competitive world. At the same time, local communities remain committed to protecting traditional wisdom. This balance between innovation and heritage is one of Sragen's greatest strengths. Modern technology supports farmers. Digital platforms help artisans reach international customers. Tourism introduces visitors to ancient history. Yet the soul of the community remains deeply connected to its cultural roots. Very few places achieve this balance successfully. Sragen continues proving that modernization does not require abandoning tradition. Instead, both can grow together. Perhaps nowhere is this more visible than during local cultural celebrations. Traditional Javanese music echoes through village gatherings. The rhythmic sounds of the gamelan create an atmosphere unlike anywhere else on earth. Elegant dancers move gracefully while wearing colourful batik that reflects centuries of artistic excellence. Community festivals celebrate harvests, religious occasions, and important historical moments, bringing together people of every generation. Grandparents share stories with grandchildren. Parents teach cultural values through participation rather than lectures. Young performers proudly continue traditions that might otherwise disappear. These celebrations are far more than entertainment. They are living classrooms. Every performance ensures that history remains alive. Every generation becomes both a student and a guardian of its own heritage. Food also tells the story of Sragen. Across traditional food stalls and family-owned restaurants, visitors can experience authentic Javanese flavours that reflect the richness of local agriculture. Fresh vegetables, fragrant rice, traditional spices, slow-cooked recipes perfected over generations. Every meal becomes an introduction to the region's identity. Unlike modern fast food designed for convenience, traditional cooking in Sragen emphasises patience and craftsmanship. Many dishes require careful preparation over several hours. Each ingredient contributes its own character. Each family often preserves unique recipes that cannot be found anywhere else. Food becomes memory. Food becomes culture. Food becomes history served on a plate. As tourism continues to grow, Sragen faces both exciting opportunities and important responsibilities. Increasing numbers of visitors bring economic benefits to local businesses, artisans, restaurants, and accommodation providers. However, sustainable tourism also requires protecting archaeological sites, preserving natural environments, and respecting cultural traditions. The Sangiran World Heritage Site remains an excellent example of this balance. Researchers continue conducting scientific studies while visitors learn about human evolution through carefully managed educational experiences. Preservation and public education work together. One protects the past, the other inspires the future. This approach demonstrates that responsible tourism creates lasting value, not only for travellers, but also for local communities. Around the world, many historical treasures have been damaged by uncontrolled development. Sragen reminds us that protecting heritage is an investment for generations yet to come. Climate and geography have also played important roles in shaping Sragen's identity. Its fertile volcanic soils, tropical climate, and reliable water resources have supported agriculture for centuries. These natural advantages have allowed communities to flourish while maintaining close relationships with the surrounding environment. The landscape itself tells an ancient geological story. Millions of years of volcanic activity, sedimentation, and natural transformation created the conditions that later preserved extraordinary prehistoric fossils beneath the earth. Without these unique geological processes, many of humanity's earliest ancestors might never have been discovered. In many ways, nature became history's greatest archivist. Long before museums existed, the earth itself carefully protected evidence of ancient civilizations. When scientists finally uncovered these fossils, they revealed chapters of human history that had remained hidden beneath the ground for countless generations. That alone makes Sragen one of the most extraordinary places in Southeast Asia. Yet, despite these incredible achievements, Sragen rarely seeks international attention. Its greatness speaks quietly. Perhaps that is exactly what makes it so special. In a world filled with destinations competing for viral fame, Sragen invites visitors to slow down, to observe, to learn, to appreciate, to reflect. It does not demand admiration, it earns it. Every traveller eventually discovers that the most meaningful experiences are often found in places where authenticity still outweighs popularity. Sragen is one of those places. It teaches us that history is not only about kings and empires. History also belongs to farmers who cultivate the land, to artisans who preserve ancient skills, to teachers who inspire young minds, to scientists who dedicate decades to uncovering the truth, to families who continue traditions with quiet pride. These everyday heroes shape civilization just as much as the famous names recorded in history books. As our journey through Sragen continues, one message becomes impossible to ignore. This regency is far more than a destination. It is a reminder of where humanity came from. It is proof of what culture can preserve. It is evidence that progress and tradition can exist side by side. And it is an invitation to every traveller who believes that the most rewarding adventures are those that deepen our understanding of the world. Because discovering Sragen is not simply about seeing new places, it is about seeing humanity from a new perspective. It is about recognizing that even the quietest corners of the world can hold stories powerful enough to change the way we understand our own past. The next chapter of this journey reveals how Sragen continues building its future while protecting the priceless legacy left behind by millions of years of history.